Imagine waking up in a magical world, only to find out that your life is in imminent danger. But here's the catch: not only can you save yourself from being cancelled, but you can also become the most formidable individual in this new realm. Okay, picture this. You wake up and find yourself in the body of a baby. And that's not all. You retain all the memories from your previous life. It must be a terrible sensation, as you lack motor control over your body, can't comprehend the language spoken by your parents, and have no control over your bodily functions. To top it all off, your parents abandon you on a bridge, leaving you at the mercy of hungry animals. It seems like your new life is over before it even began, cold, hungry, dehydrated, and utterly defenseless. But then, an elderly gentleman discovers you, and you can't tell if you're crying because you're a baby or because you've been rescued. As you grow older and start understanding the language of this world, you uncover the inner workings of this magical realm. In this new reality, magic is everything. People use it in their daily lives, even for the most mundane tasks, and one's hierarchy is determined by the amount and level of magic they possess. It's often an inherited trait. The number of stripes on a person's face indicates their aptitude for magic. Here's the problem: you were born without a single stripe. In other words, you can't use magic. Now, what will you do? Keep watching to discover how you'll become the most powerful mage without using any magic at all. First and foremost, since you were a child, you've realized that your body is far from ordinary. You possess super strength, agility, and enhanced reflexes that normal humans could only dream of. With your knowledge of anime, it's highly likely that you possess a power different from magic or a type of magic that goes unnoticed by others. Perhaps in this world, there are stats similar to those in games, and you have the ability to improve all of them except intelligence. So, don't give up now. Explore other ways to become stronger through training, leveraging the unique abilities that set you apart from everyone else. As you embark on your training journey, you discover that you possess superhuman muscle regeneration, infinite stamina, and an extraordinary growth potential. Living in the forest with your grandfather provides the perfect opportunity to train your hunting skills, sharpen your senses, and work on your instincts and reflexes. With your near-limitless endurance, you progressively increase the intensity of your exercises each day. You run faster and in less time, jump higher, move through trees effortlessly, lift increasingly heavier objects as the training go by, and by now, your strength, agility, endurance, and speed are virtually boundless. But this is a magical world, and you need to devise strategies to appear like a mage. One such strategy is to utilize the force and speed of your punches to create gusts of wind and shockwaves that can deflect magical attacks. You can also launch projectiles at speeds tens of times faster than sound to strike your opponents, or use the environment to create smoke screens, employ distractions with objects, or shatter the ground to gain area control. This way, you can swiftly approach your opponent, utilizing your agility to engage in close combat and deliver the finishing blow. As you train a path to become a fusion of Hulk, Gon, and the Flash, you realize you need assurance to avoid being pursued by the authorities, arrested, or executed. In this world, those without the mark cannot live within society. So, you need to take action. The solution lies in having your grandfather find someone trustworthy to perform a magical marking on you, essentially getting a tattoo, or even having your grandfather learn to tattoo himself. This way, you ensure that you won't be targeted. Next is to utilize your knowledge of anime to invent a type of magic, in case the authorities question why you don't use magic for everyday tasks when no magical power emanates from your body. You could claim that your magic enhances your muscular strength, amplifies your nervous system for heightened reflexes, improves your endurance, stamina, and constant regeneration. That's why you don't emit any magical power. To prove your point, you can demonstrate your abilities by jumping from the height of a building or moving so swiftly that you appear behind the police officer. Having the mark should alleviate any potential issues. Years of training have passed, and you've become a formidable force. But what will you do now? Will you continue living with your grandfather in the forest, isolated from the world? Is that why you were reborn in this new realm? What is your ultimate goal? During your time in the forest, you stumble upon the Eastern Magic Academy, the region's top institution. Each year, the best student competes for the prestigious title of Divine Visionary, an honor bestowed upon an exceptional student from one of the 3 magic schools. Divine Visionaries are revered as chosen ones, holding influential positions within the Bureau of Magic. Why not strive to become one of them? It would grant you status, the chance to make a difference, and the opportunity to forge new friendships while facing off against powerful mages. With every challenge, you grow stronger. Who knows, you might even become a legendary figure, akin to Saitama himself. Assuming you're up for the challenge, preparation is key. This prestigious academy is the Harvard of this realm, so understanding the exam format and how magic is evaluated is crucial. Start training with your grandfather years before you're eligible to take the test. After years of dedication, the day of the exam arrives. Maintain focus and minimize unnecessary interactions with fellow examinees. The first test is a written one, but there's a twist: the letters are in constant motion. How do you handle this? Instead of panicking, let's explore some options. You've studied magic extensively, so you know that magic needs a source that enables its functioning. It could be the professor, an artifact, the paper, or even the pen. If it's the professor, consider using a paper ball to knock the professor and disrupt the magic, but only as a last resort. If it's an artifact, causing significant damage might be necessary but less desirable. If it's the paper itself, you're out of luck. Your best bet is to rely on your lightning-fast reflexes, memorize the pattern, and provide your answers accordingly. If it's the pen, destroying it will halt the magic. This presents the most favorable option, but remember, you still rely on luck for the letters to align properly. Find the pattern and strike at the opportune moment. With the written test conquered, you smoothly progress to the demonstration of your magical abilities through physical tricks. Now, it's time for the final stage. A colossal maze materializes, and your objective is to escape within a given time frame. Leverage your honed forest training and leap high to gain a vantage point, allowing you to discern the exit's path. Your exceptional spatial awareness serves as a tremendous advantage. As you navigate the maze, you encounter a lost blonde girl named Lemon Irvine. Extend a helping hand, and together, forge your first friendship. Progressing effortlessly, an anomaly catches the attention of the academy director. He senses no magical power within you and teleports you to the council room. Will he uncover your lack of magic? If you followed my guidance from the beginning of this video and created your own unique magical concept, simply explain and demonstrate your concept, such as unleashing a gust of wind or generating a shockwave in the hall. As a last resort, accelerating a projectile to shatter something can also prove your abilities. Once you showcase your prowess, the director grants approval, and you officially become a new student at Easton Academy. In your first moment at Hogwarts, at the academy, you need to be sorted by the unicorn skeleton. It can read the minds of those who touch its horn and classify them into the appropriate dormitory. There are 3 dormitories in the academy that divide students based on their characteristics: Gryffindor, Slytherin and Ravenclaw. Adler, Lang, and Orca. Adler represents courage, Orca represents wisdom, and Lang represents ambition. The 3 dormitories have a rivalry, competing to see which house has the most coins. For each achievement, a student can earn a bronze, silver, or gold coin. The student from the entire academy with the most gold coins is chosen for the Divine Visionary test. It's your turn. Since it reads the mind of the person, you can't think that you have no magic. So, as you're enrolled in the anime Survivor, you can think about the time you were an overpowering noble or an SS-ranked adventurer, or any other life you've had on this channel. You touch the horn, and the skeleton panics because it's the first time in centuries that it has difficulty classifying a student. It tries to examine your mind further, becomes desperate with what it finds, and decides that you must belong to the Adler dormitory. But what would you think at that moment? Let me know in the comments which house you think you would end up in. Later on, you have your first class where you'll learn Allohamra. Lock-picking. Since you have magic, it has to be sheer brute force. After the class, you meet your roommate. His name is Finn Ames, a very shy and seemingly nice guy. As you talk to him, you discover that he's the brother of Rain Ames, the most recent Divine Visionary in the academy. Since he's your roommate, he'll probably be your second friendship in life. The next class is broom flying. What do you do in that moment? Well, the best way to excel in this situation is to use your strength and agility with precision. You can put a wire in your shoe, move your foot quickly and forcefully. You could also hit the ground with speed, but that would make noise and attract other students. But you choose the first option without drawing attention from the other students. And now it's time for the flying test, and there's no way to avoid attention. Since you can't fly, it's time to act all cool, using your strength and agility in a way that no one sees. You go, at extreme speeds, throw the broom, catch it in the air, and land at the finish line. You've just broken the school's speed record, but there was no other way. As you reach the finish line, here comes Draco Malfoy. Lloyd Cavil. He's a jerk who's the son of a high-ranking member of the Bureau of Magic. He bullies and psychologically pressures students, telling them they'll be expelled if they don't obey him. How do you deal with someone like that? What's the best action to take? Well, at first, you should be polite and respond in the best possible way. You meet the idiot, but he'll likely want to control you. You mustn't fall under his control because that would be hell in your life. What do you do? Well, things are going to get a little dark now. You'll need to eliminate him before he starts messing with you and making you a suspect. You shouldn't attack him with witnesses around. An easy way is to use a high-speed projectile, but it will raise suspicions against you. You can calculate your strength by breaking his neck and then throwing the body so far into the forest that nobody will likely find it. And thus, the idiot disappears, and there would be no evidence against you. Would you do it differently? Continuing on, after dealing with that jerk, you're approached by Tom, the captain of the broom flying team. You should decline. End of story. No arguments. Don't show your strength to others just yet. You've already attracted a lot of attention with the broom flying class, and you don't need to draw even more. You'll have other opportunities to earn coins, especially through duels with other students. Speaking of duels, shortly after, Lance, a student from your house who has 2 marks, indicating high magical aptitude, challenges you to a duel for a silver coin. Of course, you accept it. A free coin? You both meet in the forest, where Lance reveals that he's also collecting coins, throwing 2 silver coins. Then, Lance draws his wand and casts an area gravity spell for the duel. He boasts that no human can resist his spell, but you punch the ground, cracking the earth beneath his feet and making him step back. Lance falls to his knees, stunned by the ridiculous power you possess, and charges towards you, using the same gravity spell. But you use your speed to dodge him and try to punch him, but Lance narrowly avoids your attacks. Your necklace falls to the ground, and you pick it up out of curiosity, opening it to reveal a photo of Lance and his sister. Lance confesses that he has a sister complex and says he wants to become a divine visionary to save her from an illness. Now you decide to fight. You take your starting position and run forward, moving so fast that you disappear before Lance's eyes. Lance can't even see your movements. At this moment, it's ideal for you to use his feelings for his sister to turn him into an ally. After all, how would it be for him to train in elevated gravity, like Goku going to Namek in Dragon Ball Z? You should argue that you want to help him cure his sister, that the two of you can help each other, and that if it comes to the point of deciding who becomes the divine visionary, you would support each other no matter what. After your heartfelt speech, Lance admits defeat in the duel, handing over his silver coin before leaving. Some time passes, and you interact with your friends, going to class and studying together. One day, the houses of Lang and Adler join forces for a joint class in the mystical forest. While Barrett, an eccentric and cocky character, arrives and proclaims himself the protagonist, you shouldn't pay much attention to him. He might be powerful, but it's not worth your time and patience at the moment. During the preparations, Lemon approaches you and asks if she can accompany you. This irritates Barrett, who responds by spitting at you. What do? Do you wait to hunt him in the forest? Do you knock him with a stone when he turns around? You spit so hard in the eye that he will lose it? Find the best answer in the next part of your journey in this video that appeared for you. Brace yourself for the exciting events that lies ahead.